So today we're doing a little bit of a multitasking. Hello there. So today we're doing actually two things at once. First, I wanted to try out everything I have from Beauty Bay's own beauty brand, which is, just called by Beauty Bay, and they do all kinds of stuff. I love their skincare, but they also have a makeup line, and I do have quite a lot of stuff from it, and I don't think I really gave it any space on this channel, so I wanted to show you everything I have from them. And then I also have some additional makeup to, incorporate into the look that is also new. I have a feeling this is going to be pretty glowy look, so if you like that. Now I'm going to start off with a new primer. This is the Trended Up Perfect Prime Hello Natural Glow Illuminating Primer. It has rose quartz and vitamin E. This kind of looks like there's going to be a lot of glitter in this, but let's try it out. I didn't test it yet. It is quite new. They also launched a matte primer alongside with this, but I'm not really into matte primers all that much. Ooh, okay. It's like peachy. All right. Okay, that's definitely illuminating. This is ridiculously illuminating. Do you see that? I don't know if there's glitter in it or not. Yeah, it looks like some kind of rosy, pearly particles, which I think is fine if you really want this kind of look. There's not much you can do to achieve it for like a long term without using anything like that. So it smells like Nivea cream. A lot. And since it does contain mica, I think it's pretty clear. There is like something particle-ish going on in this. It does feel quite hydrating and a little bit greasy, just like the Nivea cream, yeah. Now, I have this limited edition collection, some stuff from it, from Bell Cosmetics, and this is their Vega Tint makeup. Literally, they did like a vegetable, I don't know, what is it? Themed collection of makeup, I guess. It is supposed to be like a vegan line, clearly. And this is supposed to be one of those like adapting foundations. So they had multiple shades, which means that it's probably gonna adapt to the same shade. Let's not lie to us. It does contain some nice hydrating ingredients. We have glycerin, we have aloe, we have sunflower seed oil, some fruit. Then we also have zinc. So I think this has a shot. And I do like a good skin tint. This is quite small. It's 20 milliliters or like 20 grams. But if you want something to travel with, that's actually a really decent size. I must say that these tints do tend to be something I travel with. So let's just pick a brush. Let's squeeze out a little bit. Definitely white. And let's try and see what it does. It smells very nice. It smells like candy. Do you see a difference? I think the side with the tint on is a little bit less dewy. But otherwise, I don't really see like anything. What's going on? Listen, I know it looks horrible, but we have to paint that damn forehead somehow. I literally forgot which side has the tint and which doesn't. This is like nothing in a bottle. What does it do? Like, what are you doing? It's weird. Let me swatch a little bit on the back of my hand. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And then you just start spreading it. And yeah, you can see it's getting lighter. And it's gone. So that's either a perfect match or a perfect fail. I'm not sure. It doesn't feel like much on the skin. It's very lightweight. But it also doesn't look like much. So it's kind of invisible. I don't know what is this. Maybe if you like have the feeling that you should wear makeup, but you don't really like the look of makeup, this could be nice. I don't really see the logic in that, but this kind of thing could be nice. Like, this is extremely natural look. I have this Lot London Got It Covered Concealer. I just recently repurchased it and I wanted to test it out again. I used to love this concealer so much. I have the shade Porcelain, which I do think is the lightest one. And it does come with like this sponge applicator, which is not very good, but it'll do. Okay, that actually looks pretty good. It's not the most covering concealer, you can definitely still see my under eyes, but it does have like this nice natural finish. I don't hate that. As usual, I will set my under eyes now, and I will be using my Bell Cosmetics Perfectionist powder since we are using some stuff from Bell. Nice and brightened. I'm not mad at this at all so far. My under eyes are pretty brightened. I look okay. So I tried to turn off the white balance, and now I feel like I look a little bit more like me. Now I have a stunning cream blush to show you. Look at that. This is the XX Evolution Folklore Wallflower Cream Blusher, which is a matte blush, and it just looks amazing. It has macadamia and argan oil. It's supposed to be hydrating, but it's still matte. And look at that lid. There's like flowers trapped in that lid. I really like the packaging a lot. And also the blush shade is beautiful. They have 3 different shades. All 3 were stunning, but only one wasn't sold out at the time I was ordering it. So I'm just going to use my stippling blush brush and go right in. It is like this almost powdery. It's not powder, but it is like this powdery, super smooth and silky matte formula. I don't think I've ever felt a formula like this. I didn't really test its staying power yet, but since it is matte formula, I don't really expect it to go away or all that soon. Okay, I think that's enough. Definitely winner. Like, beautiful packaging, beautiful formula. Love it. So now I can set the rest of my face, and I actually do have a new powder. This is the well-known and actually well-liked e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. I told you this is going to be a glowy day, and I have the shade Light. I did use it like once. I didn't really have chance to use it yet. It is like an incredibly known powder amongst people that really like illuminating powders, which is me. So I'm really hoping it's going to be good because it's really affordable. Just to give you a comparison, this side of my face is set, this one is not. You still have the sheen. I think you still have a lot of that natural sheen, and I love that. Now my whole face is set. Do you see that? I mean, excuse me, this is a great powder. So now that we have this done, we can move on to the eyebrows maybe. Beauty Bay also has their own line of eyebrow products, which I do have here. This is like a duo. And I have the eyebrow pencil in the shade Buff. And I also have the brow fixer, which is like a fiber gel, in the shade Teddy. I'm going to start with the pencil. On one end you get this thin spoolie, which is great for me. I love those small spoolies. My eyebrows have quite a good shape now, so I'm not really gonna do too much. But as expected, on the other side you have the pencil. And I think I'm just going to like slightly darken some bits. Damn. That's a different eyebrow. It's very fluffy, I really like it. It's a little messy, but you can also definitely feel it in your eyebrows. So it is going to be like medium hold, I would say. And they have a whole lot of different colors. Just when I was ordering it, this was like the lightest cool toned one looking. So I just kind of went for it because it was on a great sale. That's like another thing on Beauty Bay. They have really good deals on their own products. Even the skincare ones, even the makeup ones, like everything they do, at some point they have like some kind of total bargain and you need everything. So I would definitely recommend these. I think those are really good, especially if you want that like fluffy brow and if you tend to use both pencils and brow gels. Next, I also have a Beauty Bay product. This is their eye base. I think this is the shade 0. No, it's actually the shade 1. So this is the base one. And it's their eyeshadow primer, which is white. It does look a little bit intimidating, but this is actually one of my like most used eyeshadow primers. Yeah, just simply because it is just so nice and the colors look so vibrant on it because it's really light. You can tell that as you blend it out, it becomes like less and less scary. It's more like this veil of light that you can pack your eyeshadows on, which is always good. So it does really make the eyeshadows pop. And when it comes to the texture and to like the performance, I would definitely compare it to the NARS smudge proof eyeshadow base. I would say those are very, very similar. So there we go, the eyes are primed. I'm going to let this down before my bangs goes completely insane. For my eyes, I have two different things. I have so much eyeshadow from Beauty Bay that I just wasn't sure what to pick. But I decided to go for their newest palette just because I thought maybe somebody would like to see that in action. And also because these, like, what is it, 10 pan palette? Yeah, no, it's 8. Are usually incredible. So I really wanted to give them a shout out. You know, everyone knows that the big ones are great, that the collaborations are great, but these don't really get enough spotlight in my opinion. So what we have here is the Technidaze, which is like a 90s inspired palette, which looks like this. You have 3 shimmers and 5 mattes. It's actually a pretty like wild palette, but it's gorgeous. It is the first palette in this size that actually has some shimmers in it, which seem to be like the better quality they do, which is great. And then I also have this new Rival Loves Me dip eyeliner. They came out with eyeliners. First I thought they were water activated. Turns out they're not. They literally just dip eyeliner. So I have this beautiful lilac. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use it or what I'm gonna do with it. So I think we're just gonna have to like start something and see where we go. Clearly, I was not able to fit all the colors, but that was not the challenge, so it's okay. So I did use the shade Acid on my inner corners, which is like this beautiful minty green. It's so vibrant, I love it. And then I used the shade 1991, which is the purple I have on the outer corner. And in the middle, I kind of did like a split between the two shimmers we have here, which one is Spectrum, that's the green one, and the other one is Kaleidoscope, that's the purple. So the only thing I'm a little bit unhappy with is that the purple has a lot warmer undertone than the matte purple, so then they don't really fit together, but it's actually okay, like nobody cares. It's still a gorgeous shade though. So now I'm just going to try and add a little bit of those shimmers down here, because it's kind of driving me mad. I do feel a lot better about that. Now we have to put in the liner somehow, which shouldn't be that hard. It's almost the same shade as that. Yeah, as that eyeshadow. That's okay. We can do that. Like, this is a good eyeliner. See that? Let's give some lashes to this look because it's a little insane, but at the same time, I kind of dig it. This is the s.he Lashes Deluxe False Lash Mascara. They have so many new mascaras. I just like this one because it's pink and it wasn't volumizing. So anything that doesn't have volumizing written all over it kind of feels like I might like it. And also I saw the brush and I thought, yep, that looks good. It does have one of these like hourglass brushes, so I do have high hopes because a lot of good mascaras have this kind of brush. Like this part of my eye, it looks like I don't have any eyelashes. This is a weird mascara. Some of my lashes are really nicely lifted and other lashes are literally looking like they don't exist. So it's making like this weird zigzaggy pattern when you don't even know if I have all my eyelashes. I assure you that I do. I'm not the biggest fan, but again, it is new. It's from today. I didn't open it until now, so Maybe it needs a little bit of time to dry out and then it's gonna be better. Yeah, like I can see myself liking it because of the brush and the formula, but so far I'm not 100% convinced because my lashes look really a little too insane for my liking. But let's go back to Beauty Bay and their complexion products because those are something they've been doing for the longest time. I do have all three. I have bronzer, I have blush, and I have a highlighter. So let's start off with the bronzer. This is the Beauty Bay bronzer in the shade Fawn. I really like that their packaging is super slim. It's so easy to take somewhere with you. The shade is a little bit warmer than I usually go for, but this look is a mess anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It's a pretty intense bronzer, you can definitely see it, but I must say that it's smooth, it's matte, it looks very nice, and it holds really well. It doesn't go patchy through the day or anything. Very nice, very smooth formula. The shade is a little bit too warm and a little bit too dark, I would say. I could go a little bit more neutral and a little lighter to make it like my everyday bronzer, but this is still very usable. Now, however, this is way better. This is one of my favorite blushes ever made. This is their powder blusher in the shade Peachy. Again, super slim. And this shade, beautiful. It fits with everything. It's not like a super warm peachy blush, but it has like this paleness to it. And like, I don't know. I just feel like it fits so many looks. I'm basically just showing you product right now. I'm not sure how I like it with like the cool tone look, but I mean, it's kind of a mood. Let's go on with a highlighter. This is one of the most beautiful highlighters I've ever seen. This is the shade Beam, and it's stunning. Really, their highlighter formula is something else. You need just a tiny bit, and it's just like a mirror on your cheek instantly. Like, one thing you may not like about it is that it is like a little bit glittery. It is definitely super reflective, but it's not like glittery with chunks of glitter, but there's like a ton of tiny glitter, like kind of melt together. So it's not glittery in the sense that there will be chunks, but it's more glittery in the sense that it's like all like a smooth veil of like micro glitters. I don't know how to explain that. Yeah, I give up. Let me just highlight my inner corners. And now we have to do a lip. I have several lip options and I don't know what I want to go for. Speaking of Beauty Bay, I do have their lip gloss, which is a great formula. I have the shade Mocha. It's one of my favorite brown glosses. It would maybe even fit the look. Then I have their Jelly Lip Oil, which did launch with the Technidaze collection, but it is almost like a clear gloss slash oil. It is very, I don't want to say basic, but it is like a super simple product. Then I also have gloss from the vegan collection from Bell Cosmetics. This is the Juicy Gloss with papaya extract and avocado oil in the shade Bubbly Orange. I did not use this one yet. It's similar to the gloss. I feel like there's not much tint going on at all. Like, if I swatch it, does it even... Yeah, it doesn't really come out all that pigmented, does it? You can see a tiny bit of pigment, but nothing like insane. Similar thing to this. Like, if I switch the lip oil, this is exactly same story. Like, there's a little bit of tint under like certain angle, but otherwise it's just clear. And while we're swatching, let me swatch this Mocha Gloss for you as well. Look at that. Yeah. And then I also have this, which might be a little bit more intriguing to more people, so I want to give it a shot. This is the most satisfying shaken device inside that I've ever felt. Listen to that. I don't know what it is, but it's so nicely shaky. And this is the Maybelline Superstay Vinyl Ink, and it's supposed to be like their regular long-lasting lipstick, but with a vinyl finish. And let's go. I have the shade 15 Peachy, which is peachy. It does have like this nice huge flat applicator. There is just a part of me that hates this so much. Like the look with the mouth, too much. You know what's the problem here? My mouth is way too big for this. It looks ridiculous. I did try my best to make it as even as I can. It's very sticky. Does it transfer? Okay, it does transfer now because I have quite a lot on. Okay, try 2. We're getting somewhere. Like, I do believe that this is eventually gonna dry down. It doesn't transfer anymore. So one more test. Very tiny bit just on the inside, which is to be expected. That's where it's the most wet still. So it doesn't feel drying at all. It just still feels a little bit sticky. I mean, vinyl is quite a strong word for this. This is like not really matte at best. Like, it's definitely super pigmented and really intense. I'm just not sure that's how I choose to live my life. Yeah, but we tried. So I'm going to put a little bit of this gloss on top just to tone it down and give it a little bit more of a brown tint. With a little bit of brown, it feels a little bit better. It still looks pretty insane, but this is not why we're here today. To judge this? No. We were here today to try these products. And this is the finished look. Yeah, we did try out everything we should have tried. And I would say the only thing that I'm not fully convinced by is the Vega Tint makeup. This is not doing anything for me. Like, the only thing this does is just creating a layer of product that other products apply better to than to your skin. So it's very much like a Becca Zero situation. Very much. I have a similar feel from that, because this is like, they're not the same in terms of texture or anything at all, but they're both invisible. I don't really get much from this. It didn't even like even out my skin tone or anything. It was really just there to be there. It wasn't having any, it didn't have any purpose on the face really, because it wasn't covering, it wasn't brightening, it really wasn't doing anything. So I am a little bit on the fence. I don't know. I mean, there's so many products which have this like mechanic and they're so much better. Yeah, the other thing I'm not convinced by, but I'm not saying it's bad yet, is the mascara, because my eyelashes look a little crazy, but they definitely don't look the worst. I will have to test it after it's like kind of settled, and then we will see how it actually performs. And yeah, that's probably it. I mean, let's give a huge shout out to Beauty Bay for having super awesome products. I love the eyeshadow. I hate the rest of the look with it, but I love the eyeshadow. But I would say that everything else we tried was actually very nice. Even the lip products are nice. I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna watch this and be like, oh my god, that gloss is insane, like I need that. Everything I used from Beauty Bay, I would 100% recommend. None of these products were unused or totally new. I love them all. And when it comes to all the other products, I think you saw what I thought. So thank you very much for watching. Consider subscribing. And if you want to see more videos where I try out drugstore makeup, you can check out the playlist. See ya!